even Seven Deadly Sins is now about to get insane with this whole Camelot arc, reaching into the second arc right now, the Taizai. Like, I gotta say, yo, God knows what he's doing right now. He's making sure we have a lot of romance, making sure we have a lot of setup. The Ten Commandments. That was like a little something familiar in another certain series and all that. Like, yes, we've literally got now the Taurus arc pretty much going on in Seven Deadly Sins. Like, and people know how much I love that arc, so yeah. It's Taizai's now doing it, so I'm kind of interested to see what they're going to do with it. So the chapter kind of started, we're back with King and Ban, and I was like, yes, finally we get to see more of it about them. It's like, it's been a while and all that, seeing what they've been up to, and it's like, honestly, this has been happening around about the same time. Like, it was just weird saying, like, you know, King was just exposing Jericho, saying, you know, why are you still here? You know that just because you love him and all that. It really got on my nerves a bit when Jericho was saying, oh, I'm going to be prove that, you know, I'm going to be more useful to him than some, like, dead young girl that used to love him and all that. I was like, really? And Barn was right behind it. It's like, you really going to say something like that? And this is one thing that I've noticed as well, like, because Barn, he's like, oh, I've nearly finished my preparations and all that. You should get out of there, King, and all that. Because, you know, like, how they treat him right now. And it's like, it seems like when King was trying to ask him about the question, saying, you know, oh, you know, why don't you have Merlin help you? Why don't you have the captain help you like that? And it's like, Barn was trying to dodge the subject, but in the end of the day, he's like, this guy's my best friend. I can't do that. He's had doubts of him since he turned into a demon or that it's the same as the same thing that killed Elaine. But then at the same time, he is a deep, like, trusted friend and all that. And remember what they said is like they could revive Elaine, like the goddess kind of saying like, if you kill Meliodas, then we will give you a chance to, you know, be back with Elaine and all that. And I'm like, he's so conflicted within himself. I feel that's the one thing with Barn right now. And maybe there's a little bit more added on, but I feel like he's very conflicted. He's like, I could take the easy way and try to do that, or I could do the hard route, or I could go pretty much torture myself and all that with this long ever going quest and all that and actually do it because like who knows if he's ever going to find it, who knows killing his best friend would ever bring back Elaine, but he's going to do whatever he can to do this. And I'm like, I respect that for Barn, I really do, and I feel that that's what's going on internally him back now. And it's like he just straight out flat out said it. It's like, I have no interest in joining back in the Sins and all that. Like, I have no interest. All I care about is Elaine. Like, once I heard that, you know, there's a way to revive Elaine, I will go for every method. I'll do every dirty thing I have to get back the woman I love. And I was like, I respect that Barn. This is why Barn's one of the best characters in Sims and all that. And when it was like him just making fun of like King, and it was like another way of him dodging the subject, it's like, oh yeah, you and Diane are like all like lovey-dovey now and all that. And like King's like flipping the fuck out. He's like, I'm gonna fucking stab you like that. It was like when we saw a little bit of the flashback and we saw like Diane working in the boar hat, and she was saying like, whenever you're away now, I get really lonely. And this like more shows and all that. That Diane, yeah, she was getting more of her memories back. This was like she knew sort of like about how she felt about King, but now she slowly realized that it's like, yeah, this is the person I loved. I remember everything that happened all that time ago, and it's like, yeah, even so, like King kind of did this as a way to get out of there and all that. Although King feels like, you know, oh yes, this is amazing, but I don't know. I guess like with King as well, he has like, you know, he feels inferior and all that, you know, compared to like whatever happened to him to Hellbrom. I mean, Hellbrom exposed him during the tournament, and yeah, he did like kill his best friend in the end. It's like, yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why King kind of isn't back there. He's like, oh yeah, I got the girl, I should be happy. I think King feels like, you know, I should be doing, you know, I should become stronger. Like, and also as well, I want to help my friend here. Like, this is like Barn I'm talking about. I want to help the man. It's like, I don't want to just like let him go on his own little journey. Not to mention as well, we had Merlin as well, giving like some medicine to Galva, saying, you know, do this for your armor's sake and all that, like giving this. And one thing is like, you know, to keep your armor, like saying like last time, like what Merlin says, like, oh yeah, we need to sort your armor out, and it's like we need to make it back because you remember it was like massively big, and like he like warped it just so it could be in that like twisted body and all that to stop it going insane. And one thing is like Galva just spit out the medicine straight away. Like, why is Galva acting like this? It's like, you know, is he just finally revealing like his true side? Like he's just like a giant dick in the end? Like he's manipulating as well. It feels like he's manipulating Guila and Zeal as well. Like he was now about to like manipulate him. He's just straight out said as well, like, I'm not coming to Camelot and all that. It's like, if that was an order, then I would. But it's like, oh, Meliodas like, oh, you know, what are you doing and all that? It's like, it's a little bit weird and all that. Are you sure everything's okay with you? And he's like, no, fuck off. Like, so yeah. I really don't like where Galva's going, because Galva's a very suspect motherfucker. I mean, this is getting bad now. I trust Merlin more than I trust that. And I'm like, and Merlin's, like, we know she's been a bitch. She pretty much betrayed Meliodas and all that. But I trust her more. I would rather trust my life with Merlin right now than I would with Galva, because Galva is some shady motherfucker right now, manipulating memories and stuff like that. And oh, just so good in this chapter when we saw, like, Meliodas saying, you know, the reason why I was shaking myself and why I was shitting myself was because the 10 Commandments are here. I swear to God, these motherfuckers are just terrorists. They are just terrorists. That's not a bad thing. That is a good thing. It's like, we want more demons in here. Let's have the 10 Commandments. And it's like, yo, let's bring these guys in because they look like serious shit. Like that. One of those guys that look probably Meliodas' brother and stuff like that. And they all go under the Demon King. And even as well being confirmed as well throughout the rest of the Taizai, since they're counting everything up to the, you know, the end of this, like, holy, you know, war, night saga and all that. All that was one arc. This is the second one with the Demon War, and it's like, there's something escalating to this as well, with, like, could we go even more? What's after, like, going against demons and stuff, like the goddesses or something? Like, you can have, like, a goddess arc after this, and a sequel, you know, there's a lot of stuff that, you know, he could be doing right now, like, in Taizai, and just to see that we're like in the halfway part of just the main series, and if the other does a sequel, or if the other wants to keep it going longer, like having these 3 arcs, I really want to see what he's going to do for Taizai. So overall, this is very good setup. A lot of stuff happened in this chapter. A lot of stuff happened in this one. A lot more development. I will say though, I feel like we should have been already leaving the Camelot already. I feel like that's the one little nitpick I could have on this chapter, but this was a very good chapter and all that. Like, making me love Sins and all that. I love the manga. I'm loving the anime right now. So I leave up this chapter. I'm going to give this one an 8.5 out of 10. Some great setups, some great mind-boggling stuff happening out there. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What do you think about my little theories about Ban and all that? And also as well, what do you think about the Sins manga? You know, we're on the second arc of the third one right now. And it's like, who knows, sequel manga? There's a lot of stuff going to be happening in Sins. So yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. But that's all for me. So thank you so much for watching as always. And I'll see you guys next time.